your life.
Hello everyone, welcome to another event of BF in Diabesties today. And today I'm very excited to tell you that today we are not going to have the same usual event that we always have, but today we are going to do something different, or you can say something hatke. So today in this event, we are actually trying to give limelight to our this month's theme, which is growing up with type 1 diabetes. And today we'll be having people who are living with type 1 diabetes over here who will be sharing their experiences and will be showing us that how it is to grow with type 1 diabetes and how it is to like to just learn how to grow with type 1 diabetes in the middle of their lives. So today we'll be having these people telling their experiences and sharing all the things that they have learned with their diabetes. And yeah, with that, let's not waste our time and let's welcome our very first guest today. So चलिए बुलाते हैं हमारे सबसे पहले इंटरव्यू और हमारे सबसे पहले गेस्ट हसी को. हसी Hasi, welcome over here. Hasi is a 10-year-old type 1 diabetic living with type 1 diabetes from the last 6 years. And Hasi, it's a delight, it's a pleasure to have you over here.
Thank you, Apurva, for such a warm introduction. I am Hasi Lakhani, 10 years old. I'm living with type 1 diabetes since 6 years now, and I'm a proud member of Blue Force Network.
That's great. And yeah, we are really very happy to have you over here, Hasi. So Hasi, with that, let's begin this interview session. So my very first question to you is that, Hasi, do you like chocolates or do you have any food cravings? And if yes, then how do you manage it?
Well, I do like chocolates. Everyone likes chocolates, and I don't get so many food cravings. So sometimes I keep them strict, but sometimes I just eat it.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, who doesn't love chocolates? Like, I mean, I'm a big fan. I'm a very crazy fan for chocolates. And yeah, we all get cravings, but it's the utter responsibility for us to control it because zaruri hai wo bhi. So with that, moving on, the next question of mine to you is that when you were diagnosed with diabetes as a little kid, did you fear taking insulin or pricking? And do you remember anything about it?
Actually, I do remember a bit that I never was actually scared of taking it, but my mom never liked giving me pricks or giving me insulin because she thought it would hurt me when it didn't hurt because it never hurts. You get used to it. So I used to cheer her up by saying it doesn't hurt.
That's so true. And हाँ, जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता है वैसे वैसे हम लोग भी बहुत strong हो जाते हैं and we accept our insulin and our test kit as one of the most important things in our lives. And yes, even जब मेरे को भी डायग्नोस हुआ था डायबिटीज, तब मेरी मम्मी भी बहुत मतलब करती थी ऐसे कि क्या है यार इसको क्यों देना पड़ा है. She really didn't like it because definitely who would like to see their bachcha in such a condition. So yeah, so with that, let's move on to the next question. So my next question to you, Hasi, is that I'm very curious to know about how do you manage your sugars in school and not in the online mode, but in the offline mode.
Well, before I used to just take long acting insulin before the pandemic because I didn't have my pump or an FGM or know so much about diabetes. But after the pandemic, when I joined Blue Force Network in Diabesties, and a few months ago when the school had recently started, but now which has stopped again, I used to take insulin from my pump, keep hypo treats with me everywhere. I told my friends all about it so that if anything happens, they can just tell someone. And my teacher knew, she explained it to my whole class. And I used to just check my sugar with the flash glucose meter and take insulin and eat.
Wow, that's so cool. And yeah, I must say it's very hard to manage your sugars in school, and take it from me. For me, it was a disastrous experience, especially when you have friends who eat your hypo treats जब आप hypo में होते हो. मतलब उनको आप दोगे भी, खा जाएंगे खुद ही वो. बहुत ही बुक करते थे उसमें. But चलो. With that, let's move on to the next question. So Hasi, अब I'm going to give you a scenario. एक छोटा सा scenario आपको दूंगा मैं. Let's say a person comes to you and tells you something wrong about diabetes, because of unawareness, like पता नहीं उसको just ऐसे ही आके कुछ कह देता है. So how will you react? Like at such times, what would be your reaction, and what would you do?
Well, I would try to keep calm. I don't know if I would. If it's really frustrating, I might just go off. But I would try to keep calm and correct them.
Yeah, that's really very important because majority of the youth doesn't know about type 1 diabetes. So it's our responsibility. And yeah, it's very annoying when someone asks you the same question, the hundred of times. And that's why I really think that how our teachers handle us. But yeah, we have to be teachers over here to tell them that what it is, and we have to make them aware. So yeah. So with that, now we are at the last question of this interview section. And lastly, I would like Hasi, I would like you to share a funny incident or any or advice that you heard about type 1 diabetes from someone. Do you have any?
Well, there is one thing I am remembering that I remember when my mom, she was the one who always gave me insulin. So when she used to go out of town without me, there was no one to give me insulin because my dad was at work. So my aunt had to specially learn how to give me insulin, and my sister would keep everything ready because she was afraid of pricks and injections. So it was really funny, and she got so scared that it was like very weird, awkward situation.
I can get that because even when जब मैं अपने स्कूल में या फिर कहीं पे publicly when I am injecting, the reaction and the faces of people like भाई hey वाह माता जी, what's happening? Really, it's very weird but amazing and funny at the same time. So yeah, so with that, thank you so much, Hasi, for joining us today. It was really great to know a bit more about you and to know a bit more about your diabetes. And thank you for giving all our viewers and everyone a bit insight into how it is to grow with diabetes. So with that, now we'll be moving to the next section of this event, and for that I'll be calling Dia Waswani over here. So with that, Dia, over to you.
Am I audible? Okay, so myself Diya Vaswani, and I'm living with type 1 diabetes since past 5 years, and I'm a proud member of Blue Force Network. So actually, we will be now calling Siddhi Jaiswal to come up with us and share her experiences with us, like Hasi did. So basically, Siddhi Jaiswal is 18-year-old and she is a type 1 diabetic. She lives in Maharashtra. She is a science student who loves to dance and explore new things. Siddhi, over to you. Okay, so Siddhi is here.
Hey everyone, thanks Dia for the kind introduction. So myself Siddhi Jaiswal, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes since last 6 years. And thank you guys, thank you BFN for inviting me to the panel.
Okay, so thank you, Siddhi. And like Apur did ask some questions to Hasi, I will be doing the same round with you. So
Yes.
first question for you is, how does managing diabetes for these many years affect your mental health?
Okay, so during these 6 years, actually 6 long years, what has happened is type 1 diabetes has affected my mental health quite a bit. Negative aspect mein hi nahi, but also in the positive sense. Like earlier I was a bit ignorant about my condition. मतलब मैं ज़्यादा care नहीं करती थी management को लेके and everything. And that was because of lack of proper knowledge about management. So what happened is this led to poor management, poor health condition, and hence several episodes of self guilt, self doubt. But back in November 2019, what happened is I got a whole new exposure to different aspect of type 1 diabetes management when I joined Diabesties. So I still remember November में मेरी HbA1c report आई थी and it was like 10.67%. Okay, so all of you who know what is HbA1c, they will think it is horrible, and it surely is horrible, by the way. And in Feb 2021, my HbA1c report was 6.6. Okay, so this is the power of proper management, right? So this also boosted my confidence, made me happier, And to cut it short, I would say diabetes has molded me into a stronger and better version of myself.
ओके
Yeah.
सो ये तो सभी को पता है कि डायबिटीज हमारे को फिजिकली नहीं मेंटली भी अफेक्ट करता ही है. सो
Yes.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू इज हाउ डू यू डील विद द स्टिग्मा अराउंड?
Okay, talking about the stigma. See, being a type 1 diabetic, stigma तो हमारे साथ रहना ही रहना है. Like, हम में से हर किसी ने कभी ना कभी ये सुना ही होगा कि नीम, आम, अनार के पत्ते खा लो, ये कर लो, ये तेल लगा लो, वो कर लो and all. So how I basically deal with the stigma is, see, if someone comes to me and like say some random things like do this or do that, this is the cure. So me being a science student, my basic instinct is कि समझा के बताओ आगे वाले को कि ऐसी बात नहीं, ऐसी बात है. So I start with, okay, I understand your concern, but the facts say otherwise. And what happens sometime is people are not willing कि आप उन्हें correct करो. There are some people who will understand what we are saying and will support us, but there are also some people who don't get it. So at those time, what I do is I don't let it affect my own self, because at the end of the day, what matters is you, your condition, and your life. So this is how I deal with the stigma. First, I explain them, and if they are not willing to take it, that's okay. I let it go.
ओके सो ये तो सभी के साथ होता है. आई डोंट थिंक कि ये सिर्फ सिद्धि की स्टोरी है, वो सभी के साथ ऐसा ही होता है. एंड मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, हाउ इज इट विथ अराउंड योर फ्रेंड्स? डू दे नो अबाउट योर डायबिटीज एंड डू दे सपोर्ट यू? लाइक देयर आर सम फ्रेंड्स हु मे टीज यू, जो जिनको लगता है कि डायबिटीज पता नहीं कैसी कंडीशन है हमारे लिए, और हम यानी हमारा फ्रेंड उसे कैसे डील करता है, तो उससे दूर हो जाना ज्यादा बेटर होगा एंड ऑल. So, what about your friends?
Yes, see. So, मैं recently I have got admission in the first year of my college, and वहाँ पे काफी नए लोगों से मेरी मुलाकात हुई. And to my surprise, really, मतलब उनका कोई pre-assumptions नहीं था उन लोगों का. Like they were actually curious to know about my condition. Like they would come to me and ये कैसे होता है, फिर ये gadgets कौन से हैं तुम्हारे, तुम जो use करती हो, then how is it treated, is there any cure? So I was pretty happy. Like they were not just assuming things, they were actually clearing things out. So my friends are really very supportive. Also the teaching staff and the teachers, everything around me, they are very considerate about the condition, right? और अभी तो ऐसा सिनेरियो बन गया है कि like अगर हम कहीं है and कोई मुझे आके suddenly पूछता है, are you capable of doing this thing? मेरे आंसर करने से पहले my friends will go like, okay, she can do anything, you don't worry about her. So yeah, this is the scenario right now. So I am really very lucky that my friends understand these things. Also have told them about my gadgets, like what to do if I get a hypo, where I have kept my hypo traits, या मेरा ग्लूकोमीटर कहाँ है, कब आपको इमरजेंसी कॉल करना चाहिए, इमरजेंसी सिचुएशंस में क्या करना चाहिए. So yeah, overall, yeah, those people are very considerate. Yes.
I think in the journey to diabetes, and when you basically get a hypo, your friends are the one who will pamper you. Like in my case, अगर मैं कहती हूँ कि मुझे hypo हुआ है, तो वो मेरे सामने सारी चीजें लाके रख देते हैं कि ये भी खा ले, ये भी खा ले, ये भी खा ले. My friends are also very supportive.
Yes,
so moving on
yes.
to the next question for you, Siddhi, is it's a little tough question. Describe your journey of managing diabetes till date in a single word.
That's a tough one, really. Like,
Yeah.
diabetes is such a long journey, like 6 years, and describing it in a single word, it's tough. But let me see. I would say it is overwhelming, pretty overwhelming. Like this, I would dedicate this one word, because see, during the 6 years, we have gone through a roller coaster of emotions, right? From being depressed at the time of diagnosis to understanding the diabetes, then accepting it, then letting other people know about the condition. This process takes some time, right? And we just feel a variety of emotions during this process, and it is very overwhelming. Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, so तुमने बहुत इजीली आंसर कर दिया इतने टफ क्वेश्चन को. मैं तो सोच ही रही थी कि मेरे लिए क्या होगा वो. So next question for you is, we are pretty sure you must have your diabetes burnout. How did you pull yourself out of it, and how do you keep the grind going on?
Okay, talking about the burnout now. So, see, what happened is, हम हमारा 100% देते, like we do everything, like doing carb counting and exercising and keeping the discipline and everything. But sometimes there are certain aspects, certain things which are out of our control, right? कि कभी CGM ने headache दे दिया, तो कभी कुछ pump में patch में issue आ गया, या फिर कुछ allergies हो गई, which lead to like unknowing fluctuations, right? Unreasonable fluctuations, blood sugar में. And at such time, I get frustrated, to be very honest. Like I get distressed a lot. But during these times, I love talking to my parents. See, they are very, they are very good listeners. Instead of saying me, okay, tension mat lo, aisa mat karo, hota hi rehta hai, they actually listen to what I want to say. That is very important. See, burnout is not a thing कि होना नहीं चाहिए, तुम cheer up रहो. Like, okay, अगर हो रहा है तो okay, just take your time and get out of it. This should be the mentality, right? Also, I like to talk to my friends or hang out with my cousins and do indulge myself in certain activities like dancing, going on a ride, and just chilling so that I can keep the stress away. And my forever ultimate mantra of diabetes burnout is just one thing: it's going to get better. Okay, it's gonna be better. Like, what happens sometime is, when the situation calms down, everything is under control, the burnout is ending, I myself laugh at the situation कि अरे यार ये तो इतना easily handle हो गया और मैं फालतू में इतना tension ले रही. So saying this to yourself कि it's gonna be good, it's gonna be better और अच्छा होगा, this keeps the grind going for me. Yeah.
Okay, so basically you are saying believe in yourself.
Yeah, like that is what I mean to say. Like और अच्छा होगा, this is not the toughest thing. इससे भी tough आएंगे and you can do it pretty well. And जो भी hurdles आ रहे हैं ना, that makes us stronger, right? So it's gonna get better and better with every hard and tough situation.
Okay, so सिद्धि तुमने तो एकदम mind blowing जवाब दिए मेरे tough questions के. So with
Thanks a
this,
lot.
thank you Siddhi, and we enjoyed your experiences, your answers, everything. मुझे भी लगता है जो भी हमारे साथ join हुए हैं उनको सबको बहुत मजा आने वाला है और बहुत मजा आ भी रहा होगा.
Thanks a
So
lot.
with this, we are heading upon to our next round, which is a rapid fire round. And obvious सी बात है, BFN event बिना games के तो end हो नहीं सकता. So I may now request Apurv to take over. Apurv, over to you.
Okay, so here I am back again. And now, as Dia said, games ke bina to DFN ke events khatam ho gaya. We cannot let that happen. That's against the rules. So now we'll be having a rapid fire round, and I would like to again welcome Hasi over here. And Hasi, now as you are here to it, now we are going to have a rapid fire round. You'll be having 5 seconds. And in that 5 seconds, you have to, like, I'll be giving you the question, you have to answer it as quick as possible. Okay. So with that, let's get into it. What are we waiting for? Okay. So my first question, your go-to hypo treat.
Juice. Yes, juice.
Okay. When did you last change your Lancet?
I think 6 months ago.
That's so relatable. Okay. Last HbA1c.
Last HbA1c, I think, was in December.
Okay. Last BG level.
Last PG level was 202.
Ooh, that's high. Your diversity.
My diversity, I think it was 1st December.
And lowest BG recorded in hypo.
Lowest PG recorded in hypo would be 34.
Whoa, that's really very low. And highest BG in a hypo.
Highest BG 400 something.
Like both in lows and highs, we are going very, very.
Yes.
But yeah, okay. The next question. One thing you love about diabetes.
That you don't know if when it'll go low or when it'll go high. It just happens. You can't
Okay.
expect.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, next question. Weirdest myth about diabetes.
Weirdest myth. I think it can be cured with jamun. I don't know what that's called in English, but it can be cured with jamun.
Definitely. It's like the cures are so many in the market that we don't know. Okay, now this is the last one, and this is the toughest one, I would say. New Year resolution.
Oh, I think keep writing my logbook because I many times forget.
Same as me. I'm maybe yeah, same. I always forgot to write. I always forget to write my sugar levels, and then my doctor is like, "Kuch to kar lo ढंग से." But yeah, with that, now we are at the end of this rapid fire round. Thank you so much once again, Hasi, for joining. And yeah, the questions you were really very quick, and I must say, this maintains the charm of the game. So with that, thank you so much, Hasi, for joining over here. And now we'll be moving on. And for that, I'll be again calling Dia over here. So Dia, over to you.
थैंक यू अपूर और अब हम फिर से सिद्धि को बुलाएंगे और सिद्धि विल बी बैक
Hey guys, I'm back 2.0.
सो सिद्धि जैसे अपूर्व ने रैपिड फायर लिया हंसी का वैसे ही हम भी खेलेंगे सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू इज फॉर योर गो टू हाइपर ट्रीट
To be honest, plain sugar.
घर में और कुछ चीज अवेलेबल नहीं होती है पर शक्कर सबसे पहले दिखती है
See, the sugar is right on my desk.
My God, you are giving us live examples. Okay,
Yes.
so when did you last change your lenset?
Don't ask it, please. ये कोई डायबिटिक को पूछना नहीं चाहिए, but I would say a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
हंसी का तो 6 months ago था, तुम्हारा तो तभी भी ठीक है. Okay,
Yes.
मेरा भी बहुत पुराना. I do not remember when I last changed. Okay, last HbA1c.
Okay, last HbA1c was 6.8 something.
Okay, so, and when did you did it?
Last year HbA1c December probably. Yeah, December.
Yeah. हर कोई दिसंबर में ही लगभग. Okay, so last BG level?
129. I just checked it.
Great, you are doing great. Your diversity?
It's 23rd November.
मेरे को याद नहीं रहती अपनी डायवर्सरी. मैंने तो रिपोर्ट्स चेक की है पूरी अपनी डायवर्सरी ढूंढने के लिए.
अरे लिटरली व्हेन आई जॉइन डायबिटीज ना तो सारे 5 साल पुराने रिपोर्ट्स निकाले और देखा कि यार मुझे कब डायग्नोसिस हुआ था. तब जाके मिला मुझे.
Same is the case with me. Lowest BG recorded in hypo.
It was 43.
Okay, उससे नीचे नहीं गए तुम?
गई भी होंगे but haven't recorded it yet. Like
okay.
Don't know.
मेरे को भी लगता है मेरा भी काफी कम था 30 समथिंग था बट उससे नीचे मैं गई हूँ. I felt it but पता नहीं रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया वो. Highest next is highest BG in a hyper.
And that is sky high 616.
Great. इतना बताता है ग्लूकोमीटर?
ग्लूकोमीटर नहीं बताया था.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing you love about diabetes.
One thing I love about diabetes, it is making me stronger. Like, what should I say? Like in words, see, diabetes is just a pack of emotions, and it is literally teaching me things like what is called as patience, what is called as consistency. The real definition of consistency and patience has been learned through diabetes only. So I think it's a pretty good teacher for me.
Yeah, I have also changed. I have been patient when I was diagnosed, but hypo में तो सबका कोई patience नहीं रखता है. Okay, so next question is weirdest myth you heard about diabetes.
Okay, weirdest myth. Yeah, एक सुना था कि वो गेहूं होते हैं ना तो उन्हें भिगा के रखो and like sow them in the soil. then it will lead to it will grow some grass, और वो grass रोज खाना है आपको morning में, उसे diabetes चला जाए. मैंने
मैंने भी ये सेम सुना था, बट मुझे कहा था कि जूस पियो तो उससे आपका इंसुलिन डोज थोड़ा सा कम होगा.
ना ना, मुझे तो बताया था कि टाटा बाय बाय हो जाएंगे डायबिटीज. मैंने कहा कि डायबिटीज जाएगा ये पता नहीं, मेरा एपेटाइट जरूर चला जाएगा ये सारी चीजें करके.
ये तो पक्का मिथ है. ओके, सो लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू इज योर न्यू ईयर रिजोल्यूशन.
Losing 10 kgs.
Okay,
Yeah.
this was nice. Okay, so thank you, Siddhi. And with this, we are heading upon to the end of our session. And firstly, I would like to thank both of our guests, Hasi and Siddhi. उन्होंने हमारे साथ अपने इतने अच्छे एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर किए. दे मेड इट मोर इंजॉयबल, एंड जो भी हमारे साथ ज्वाइन हुए हैं आप सभी को भी बहुत मजा आया होगा. And next up, our host Apurv Jha, and also BFN members who are working backstage for succession of this event, and entire BFN team and Diabesties team. And I hope this session helped you guys, and we will keep bringing such sessions for you. And yeah, okay. And also we believe everyone has their highs and lows in their journey to diabetes. Also, yeah, so we are also there. Also follow us on Instagram as BFN Diabesties and Diabesties. So we end here, and at last I want Apurv, Siddhi and Hasi to come up with us and repeat after me that we are type 1 of a kind.
Okay.
We are
type 1 of a kind.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you all.